Hey guys, Teddy Tolama coming back to you with another anime review. This one's going to be kind of a quick one because it was just of a movie on Netflix called Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, The Battle of Unato. And this is kind of just a sequel movie to the one season anime of Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. In which the main character of both is Mume, and then her whole host, her gang of people that we follow throughout both the series and the movie. Um, this is another zombie type anime um, with a few twists, a few twists in it. Excuse me. Um, Story wise, I think it's a nice twist on the zombie genre because not only do we have the zombies, which they refer to as the Kabaneri, but we also have kind of an in between species between humans and the Kabaneri that are called the Kabane. And oh, you know what? I have that mixed around. I'm sorry. The Kabane are the what they call the zombies. The Kabaneri are the in between species. And our main characters of this movie, The Battle of Unato, are Mume, and then her man crush dude, her guy, Okuma, and both of these characters are Kabaneri, people who have been infected with the zombie virus, but they're kind of like Blade type characters where they have a lot of the benefits, the strength, the speed, but they don't have the negatives of being the zombies. They're not mindless flesh eaters, going out there trying to make more zombies. Um, I think it's interesting that the Kabane have like almost like a crystal heart that we can see, and then veins kind of running off of it, and then that's what people are targeting when they're fighting the Kabaneri. That's what can kill them is you destroy this crystal, and which I think is interesting. Um, the writing of the show I think is pretty lazy writing for the story. Um, we're following this elite group of fighters on this, uh, you know, m- massive iron fortress on a, it's a train that they call the Iron Fortress, and it's massive. And this group is just going around their entire area, um, as a special forces unit, and trying to retake all of the land back from the Kabane. And at one point, Ikuma is investigating, suspicious activity. He tries to alert his team and the fighting force, the freedom fighting force that they kind of team up with, um, that there's something suspicious going on here in this town. He can feel it, since he's a Kabaneri, he can feel something strange is going on, and then he has uncovered some evidence that not everything may be what it seems. And not only does the freedom group that they kind of are aligned with doesn't believe him, his own people don't believe him, and they basically tell him to shut up, um, mind his p's and q's, do what he's told, even though he presents legitimate evidence that something is going on and that they should at least investigate it. Not only do they not believe him, but they let this other group basically talk down to him, spit in his face. There's one annoying character who is constantly just itching to kill Mume and Ikuma throughout the whole movie, and nobody does anything to back him up. Nobody does anything to back their people up, which I find rather annoying. And then when it really starts hitting the fan at the end, everybody pretends like, oh yeah, this was the plan all along. Um, you know, we knew what Okume was doing. Um, you know, us choosing not to believe him and that in turn almost getting him killed. Yeah, that was part of the plan. We knew this was all going to be just fine. You know, they don't do a single thing, even though one member of this special forces group is worth 10 of this freedom fighting group. You know, we see it at one point when the Iron Fortress rolls into this town. The freedom group is being they are getting wailed on, they're getting pushed back, and they are going to lose this town until our group of the Iron Fortress shows up and literally instantly pushes the Kabane back. Instantly pushes them back. There's no respect at that point. There's really no thanks. Just offense that this group showed up with Kabaneri in the group. I found it just, that part of it just annoying and lazy. Creating another antagonist outside of the zombies that really wasn't needed. I mean, we already know humans hate zombies. We don't need you to emphasize that, in this movie, that they're obviously going to hate this other group. We don't need you to emphasize it with this one guy who's just the most annoying dude that needs to be smacked down throughout the whole movie. But, no new addition, no real new story or additions told to the Kabane story. Just another retelling of another zombie story, that I felt was interesting. I do not think it would be okay for kids. There's, a lot of graphic. There's, we're not talking Attack on Titan graphics, but I mean it's zombies, so you can imagine, the kinds of things we're going to see, that we do see, and art style wise, it's got a lot of the old, the Spirited Away. Uh, uh, Princess Mononoke type art style to it. Even though it's a more recent anime, just made in these last couple of years, it definitely has an older feel to the style, and so I can appreciate that. Definitely precise, well drawn. I would put it as A plus, low S tier, S minus tier art, but very enjoyable. I think the art is definitely the best part of this series and the best part of this story, this movie particularly. I did not enjoy the story just because of those specific characters were so annoying. The fact they don't back their guy up, I found annoying. Because if I'm in that special forces unit, I ain't letting my guy take that kind of beating. I ain't letting my guy get taken off with this group, that obviously are just itchy trigger fingers wanting to kill my Kabaneri, my friends, I appreciate these zombie movies and stories that are being told that aren't like just like today's zombies, like it's happening today. We have these stories that are being told, like we have the new Cloverfield zombie movie coming out. That's a World War II zombie film. We have this one that takes place in the Industrial Revolution. The show on Netflix, Kingdom, takes place in feudal Japan. So we have swords and bows and arrows and very simple means. I appreciate those stories more than just, hey, it's 2020 and here's a zombie flick that takes place in 2020. I can appreciate this different stories, which I think are a good addition to the genre. But overall, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress probably gets a B plus, A minus tier. you know, teetering back and forth, you know, because of there are a lot of pluses, but also I think this is kind of just a lame story used to kind of take advantage of the success of Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Um, Probably low A tier, A minus. I give it an A minus. Story, art, you know, we'll see if there's any more. I haven't heard of a sequel series or anything like that. You know, it's a one-off series with the, you know, it's a one-season series with this one-off movie. So I haven't heard anything additional. But you know, if that's definitely something, a genre, you know, if that zombie genre is something you're into, you know, if it crosses over with, you know, you're a fan of anime, this is definitely something you might want to check out. You know, the season, the series, and also the movie I found enjoyable. So yeah, just go ahead and check it out, and hit me up in the comments, like, subscribe, and then that's going to be pretty much for it for me, guys. Thanks for watching.